I think Martin guitar is for anybody who loves music, appreciates craftsmanship, and ultimately I think people who want something that enhances their life and inspires them. I think that's the best thing about our guitars, is that they inspire you to want to play, and they inspire you to want to create art. You don't have to teach a child to like music. You don't have to teach somebody to appreciate it. Either you get it instantaneously. Doesn't matter how small a child is, when you play a song, they'll start dancing. There's something intuitive about it. So regardless of what kind of music you're creating and what kind of art you're creating, if it makes you happy and inspires you, then you don't have to explain why you like it, you just like it. What makes Martin special is, well, first off, we're the oldest guitar brand in the United States. And a lot of the things that you think about in terms of acoustic guitars that maybe you take for granted, the way an acoustic guitar looks, things that may seem ubiquitous in today's guitar world are actually inventions of Martin guitar. The basic dreadnought shape that you see everybody playing, that's a Martin guitar invention. The bracing patterns that are used inside most guitar tops now, those are Martin guitar inventions. People take it for granted that that's just the way guitars are made, but somebody had to invent that. And Mr. Martin invented many of these things that we see as normal. Our guitars are different in the sense that we're still primarily a handmade instrument. People are really looking for something that feels more organic and natural and artisanal and put together by people, not by machines. And I think we do a really good job of blending technology and new materials, as well as hand craftsmanship and a little bit of blood and a little bit of sweat into every single guitar. So when you pick it up, you sort of feel that. Our original intent for using Richlite was we were going to do an environmentally certified guitar. And we had a cherry guitar, and it was difficult for us to find fingerboard and bridge material because the majority of fingerboard and bridge material that we've traditionally used was ebony, or in some cases rosewood. And those present a lot of challenges in terms of certification because they're protected. When we started to work with the folks at Richlite, and they let us know that their material was certified and it performed really, really well, well, obviously that was a benefit, and we put it on the first guitar, and we got really positive reviews. People really liked the guitar, thought it was very, very good. But internally, we started to recognize that, hey, beyond the certification piece of this and the fact that it was environmentally friendly, which was a great byproduct, this is just a great material by itself. We don't have to use it simply on certified guitars. We can use this on all of our guitars. We can use this on any guitar we want. So we started to design more and more guitars using Richlite fingerboards and bridges just because the material performed so well. It did everything we asked it to do. And it did it in a way that we didn't have to deal with some of the regulatory elements that we had to deal with some of our other products. So it was a perfect fit for us. So what do we use Richlite for? Primarily for fingerboards and bridges on our guitars. And we use it as a replacement for ebony. So Martin has traditionally used ebony for fingerboards and bridges on our guitars. And ebony's grown in Africa for the most part. And it is not something that grows quickly as a tree. And what will happen is lots of people will be clear cutting some of these ebony trees down in order to find the blackest material, because natural ebony can have blonde streaks and things of that nature. Well, we're very conscious of not wanting to cut all the trees down. We want to be in business for another 180 years. So we're always looking for materials that will offer the player an alternative that's more environmentally friendly. It's got to be cost effective, but it still has to stay true to what the original intent for the instrument. And in this particular case, Richlite does that perfect. We get a lot of inconsistency in the natural material, which we don't experience, obviously, in Richlite being a man-made product. In the sense that natural wood can warp, it can twist, you have grain lines you have to worry about. I don't have to worry about that when we're using Richlite. We're able to go ahead and machine it to our dimension, and it holds that dimension. I don't have to worry about it picking up moisture from the outside in terms of humidity and things of that nature, because that is a real issue with natural wood products on guitars. that sometimes I don't know if I'm going to sell this guitar in Thailand or I'm going to sell it in Arizona, and those environments are really different. So having material like Richlite that is super stable when I put it on the guitar and doesn't move is a huge advantage. Also, there's a tactile advantage to it in the sense that we can machine it as smooth as we want it to be. So we can keep it super soft underneath your fingers when you're playing, and that's a big advantage. We know how to do one thing, we're really good at that. We make great guitars, and I think that's what people expect from us, a good guitar all the time. And it's not that we don't want to get outside our comfort zone, it's just that we know who we are and we're comfortable with that, and we'll stay there and we'll keep doing it forever.